How we going, everyone? Hope you're well. Welcome back to the Shape Through Fate podcast. It's been a while. Let's talk about some lyrics.
Shape Through Fate podcast.
I'm not going to pretend this is going to be anything other than a big long plug, so if you don't want to hear me plug my music, maybe don't listen to this episode. We'll be back with the chats next week. Give you a bit of an explanation as to why episodes have been drying up. I've been busy, pretty much. It takes a while to organise the chats, get them edited and put online, so you're stuck with me rambling today. I've got a couple of interesting chats coming up, but it's just been a busy one. So if you care what I've been up to, Erica Drive are rehearsing again, so we've been practising for our tour. If you want to come and watch us, 18th of August Leeds, 19th of August Manchester, 20th of August Birmingham, 21st of August Northampton, 25th of August Gloucester, 26th of August Bristol, 27th of August Bournemouth, 28th of August London. Come to a show. Here is what our new song Chalk Lines sounds like. So while we're talking about lyrics, Chalkline is a big fuck you to social media, basically. Don't try and fit to a narrative that isn't yours. Just be yourself. Don't bother changing to fit trends or anything. It's basically a big, long, don't be anyone but yourself. So yeah, what else have I been up to? The Dimbers show's launched. I was going to put it out on the Shape Through Fate podcast, but it's become its own entity. So if you go to your podcast provider and search The Dimbers Show, Dimbers, you'll find us on there. Have a listen, come and join in the conversation. It's basically a chat show. You can just pop us on for an hour and hear three morons talking moronic stuff. Today's episode, I'm going to indulge my ego a little bit, and I'm going to run through some... Because basically, let's cut that bit. I am a big fan of lyrics. Like, to me, lyrics make or break a song. So... I'm going to run through some songs that I think I'm probably the proudest of the lyrics that I've written. They're not necessarily my favourite songs that I've been involved with, but from a lyrical point of view, they're my favourites. So I'm going to do a list of 7. I don't know why 7. I was going through some songs that I have been a part of, and I went to pick 10, couldn't pick 10, so tried to cut it down to 5, and then ended up at 7. So here we go. I am going to kick off this list with a song that you can't access because it's never been released. So, this will be the first time that anyone's heard it outside of the band. So this was a song that I'd originally written for Erica Drive that I think we rehearsed once or twice and we realised that it wasn't going to work. So it's a song that I'm sat with and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. Maybe I'll release it at some point, but for now, the song is called Only Human. Here's what it sounds like. Give me air to breathe and see me safe back to the shore. If there's something to believe, then make it easier to see. So the writing process at Only Human was really quick. I was at my friend Sam's house. He was in Erica Drive at the time, and I said, I'm going to write a song. So I sat down and I came up with Only Human in about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It really didn't take long to put together. And I'd been sat on the set of lyrics for a while. So I wanted to kind of celebrate imperfections about being human, because while everyone strives for perfection and they want everything to be perfect, the nature of being human means that you're going to make a mistake. The nature of being human means that you're going to mess something up. You're going to make a wrong decision. you're going to have regrets. You're not a robot. And I wanted to kind of celebrate that in a song. So it's where Only Humans came from. And I will release it at some point. I don't think the band are going to use it. So let me know if you want to hear the full version, and I'll get it properly recorded and I'll put it out. So yeah, that was number 7. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is another one that I haven't released. It's probably one of the most recent ones I've written. So during COVID, I did a collaboration with somebody, and it was a completely out of my comfort zone experience. And I've never written I was trying to be happy for once, where a lot of my songs aren't happy. The song's called Move It Slow, and the reason I'm putting it in is because it was, listen to it and then I'll explain it.
Make you miss them more when your heart is halfway out the door. You're getting closer to the feeling of love. You're getting closer tonight. And when you feel like letting go, just take our time and move it slow. I'll show you the world I used to know. Just take our time and move it slow.
So the reason this one's gone in, yes, it's a love song and whatever, but the meaning behind it is that good things take time and you're never going to get it straight away. So yeah, this was a kind of a celebration of how, as cliche as it sounds, good things come to those who wait. So, and it was recorded during COVID, and I think it will forever, every time I hear it, it will sit and think, did it really happen? Like, it triggers that really, like, I can remember where I was when I recorded it. I can remember what was happening outside. I can remember queuing outside a shop with a mask on. So it's going to have a weird nostalgia thing for me. Again, not released it yet, so let me know if you want to hear the whole thing. We'll move on to a song that you can hear now, and we'll go number 5. So number 5 is a song called All We Are. We released it as Erica Drive. Have a listen to it, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the lyrical content.
The wind will lift you. Just don't let go. Your love's much more than we show, and by the time we show it, too late, I'm gonna let it go. You crossed the finish line way before your time. We will not forget you. You are the lighthouse in the...
This one's a hard one to talk about. At the time, it was written during the recording process of the first EP. So there was a lot going on. My wife was pregnant. We were about to move house. And yeah, there was lots of stuff piling up, and it was a very cathartic song to get this over the line. Meaning's completely changed. But I think as a song and as a set of lyrics, it's resonated with a lot of people. And the meaning, while it's changed for me, the actual meaning of the song from an outsider's point of view is hopefully one of hope, one of don't give up, and a song that you can find strength from and maybe open up to people about how you're feeling. But yeah, that's All We Are. Not really much else to say about this song apart from shooting the video for it was shit because we were out in the rain. But other than that, that's All We Are. You can go and listen to it if you go and search for Erica Drive on wherever you get your music. You can listen to the whole EP on there if you really feel like it. The EP's called The Hate, The Hurt, The Healing. Tell you what, while we're here, so what was that, number 5? Number 4, and a lot of people don't know this, but number 4, I'm going to put The Fool by Erica Drive. And All We Are and The Fool are linked. So here's what The Fool sounds like.
I think 'cause that time I shook your head.
So The Fool is probably the most aggressive song I have ever written. Yeah, it's about being betrayed and let down and shocked and upset, and it's just a pouring of every emotion other than anything that could be classed as happy. It went into The Fool. It's the follow on from All We Are, because in my personal life they're linked, but take them as two separate songs. I think The Fool is, if I was going to say go and listen to any song by Erica Drive, I would say go and listen to The Fool, and I'd be pretty confident the rest of the band might agree with me on that one. And yeah, it's just everything that our band is. It felt like it all came together with The Fool for me. So definitely go and listen to the whole song. Yeah, lyrically, it's angry, it's aggressive. Little bit of trivia for you. At the end of The Fool, I do the line, "What have I done to deserve this?" And when I was recording it, I was putting so much into it that I pretty much I couldn't get through the whole take without getting lightheaded and nearly passing out. So if you ever watch Erica Drive live, I hate that bit. So keep an eye out for that, because you can just watch it knowing that I'm not enjoying singing that line, but I feel like I've got to deliver it every night because I don't want people to think my band is shit. Anyway, that got dark. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3. Now, I say it got dark. It's going to get sad. It's going to get very sad now. Number 3 is the only song that I have ever cried while recording. So here's number 3. It's a song called An Unwanted Goodbye.
If I could be half the man that you were, I'd be proud. Take me with you, for you to cut a piece of me. What to do with the rest of me? And I'm sure you're smiling, and I know I must say this unwanted goodbye.
So yeah, An Unwanted Goodbye is a song that I wrote when my granddad died. I was lucky that I didn't have to deal with death or anything on a close to home scale till I was maybe 24, 25. And yeah, I wrote An Unwanted Goodbye kind of to deal with how, because I put it this way, I bottle things up. I don't like to let out emotions, so I wrote a song. I kind of channeled everything into the song. So when I was recording it, I was horrendously ill. Me and my friend Sam went away. We were in this old chapel that we found on Airbnb or something. So yeah, I was horrendously ill, and we recorded the EP Hope over 4 days. And this was, I think, the last song that I recorded, and I'd kind of blown my vocals out recording the other songs. I got round to this one, and I put so much emphasis on, this is the one I want to get right. I don't know why we didn't record it first, but this was the one that I really had to nail. And I was running between vocal takes, and then I'd go into the bathroom where we had the shower on hot, we had vapor rub, basically anything so I could get my vocal cords working to get it out. And yeah, made me break down. Couldn't handle it. But I'm happy with how it turned out. It's weird because this is the only song I've played live ever in any of my bands, and it's made people cry while I've been playing it. It's the weirdest feeling ever, because I feel really bad. But the song definitely resonates with people. If you've lost someone, then obviously the goodbye at the end of it is the last thing you want to happen ever. So that's An Unwanted Goodbye. Let's move on to song number 2. Song number 2 is one off of Erica Drive's first EP, And again, I'm just looking at these from like lyrical content mainly. We don't play it live. We haven't played it live for a long time. It's a song called Just Another Day. So here's what that one sounds like.
Let this go, because I want to live for just another day. But my hours are running out. It's like I'm falling faster than the answers. Will this make me you again?
I know I'd said I'd talk about lyrical content, but I'm not going to say the meaning of this one out loud. If you listen to the song, it's probably quite self-explanatory what the gist of it is. Even just in the title, Just Another Day, you can work out what I'm singing about. It was a situation that I was watching my friend have to deal with, and I felt pretty helpless because what could I possibly do? So again, it's another case of me bottling up emotions into a song that helped me deal. I mean, I wasn't really dealing with much of it. I was a fringe player, but it helped me deal with what I was witnessing. And yeah, just how shit life can be sometimes, and you get dealt a really bad hand, and that's it. So this was my song to kind of convey that in a way that I felt I could. So there we go. Let's go to number 1 and see if it gets any happier. You know, spoiler alert, it doesn't, it gets worse. To build suspense like an idiot, number 1, I'm going to leave the intro and I'm just going to play the song like you give a shit about what number 1 is. You didn't care what number 7 was. You don't care what number 1 is. You know, if you've made it this far, good on you. So I'm going to build some suspense and just hit you. Number 1.
Was it worth all the pain from the moment you opened your eyes? Was it worth all the tears? 'Cause I wanted to be by your side. Was it worth all the heartache and the distance between you and I? Was it worth all the sleepless nights when the wrongs outweighed the rights? For all of the money I have on this earth, I'd give it away for a life in reverse.
So that song's Deep End off my last solo EP, The Darkest Place. This was originally written, so lockdown happened in the UK and I was like, I'm fucking bored. I'm going to release a song. I've had this set of lyrics for so long. I'm going to put some music to it and I'm just going to release a single. It turned into an EP because lockdown went on for a lot longer than I thought it would. But this song was the first song that I'd written for a long time, and it was finally I'd finally got something out that I was really happy with. Lyrically, it's about obviously starting again, questioning everything, regretting quite a bit. It was written, so the lyrics were written way before the music. The lyrics were written when I was in a really dark place. Like, I was miserable, I was depressed, and I just felt like absolute shit, basically. And it's not something I talk about openly. Like I've said, I've completely bottled stuff up. And Deep End was almost the beginning of the end of the shit for me. So it was like the start of everything getting better. So this song holds such a place in my heart, and I'm so proud of it. It was the first song that I'd done everything on, because I was locked down. I couldn't get out. I couldn't go to a studio. I did everything in my house. And yeah, this is the song that I'm proud of the most in my music career. I mean, it might not have amounted to much, but for what it's done, this is the peak for me. Deep End. Yeah, that was a bit of an ego rub, a bit of a plug. Basically, I just wanted to say go and listen to Chalk Lines, the new Erica Drive single. And you've ended up being told 7 songs that you probably don't want to hear or you won't listen to. But there we go. Thanks for listening anyway. Let me know if you want anything more like this, because I could talk about my music for days. I'm not going to put the jingle at the end like I normally do. I am just going to turn Deep End up and let Deep End play you out like a sad little ending to a 20-minute episode that you didn't want to listen to. Cheers for listening.
I tell them everything's fine. I'm living the lie that you're just wasting my time. I can handle the truth, but it's better coming from you. Hoping one day we'll start again. Right the wrongs and I'll be your best friend. All I wanted was a life for me and for you. Hoping one day I'll see you smile. I can make all of this turn out right. All I wanted was to swim in the dark if I'm thrown in the deep end. And I'm thrown in the deep end. For all of the money I have on this earth, I'd give it away for a life in reverse.